Arvind Kejriwal's Enforcement Directorate custody ends today. He has been produced in the Rouse Avenue Court in the national capital, where the Enforcement Directorate has in fact demanded judicial custody for Arvind Kejriwal. The Enforcement Directorate has alleged that the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has been uncooperative in the investigation so far, and on those grounds have demanded for further custody. They further said in court that Arvind Kejriwal did not cooperate in terms of providing passwords for digital devices. This is what the Enforcement Directorate has said. And on these grounds, the Enforcement Directorate has now demanded judicial custody. Remember, parallelly, we've also been breaking how over the course of the last 2 days, there have been high-profile meetings that have been taking place in the Tihar jail, reportedly in order to gauge preparedness and security arrangements should the Chief Minister be shifted there. Let's go right across to NDTV's Aishwarya, who's joining us live with all the very latest. Aishwarya, what's happening in court?
Well, as far as Enforcement Directorate is concerned, it is 3 demands that are put forward by the probe agency. Arvind Kejriwal to be sent to the judicial custody. That's one demand of the Enforcement Directorate. It is also stated by the Enforcement Directorate that Arvind Kejriwal's behavior is uncooperative. He is non-cooperate. He is not cooperating with the investigation that's going on. Remember, in the last hearing as well, it was Enforcement Directorate who has stated that wrong facts had been given by Arvind Kejriwal. In fact, it was also stated by the Enforcement Directorate that he was not providing passwords for the digital devices that seized by the Enforcement Directorate from his residence when the raids happened, and therefore the reason to cross-check what's there in the devices, they need judicial custody. Lastly, it has also stated that for future confrontation and recording of statements with other accused as well, they now need judicial custody of Arvind Kejriwal. Remember, earlier it was the court which had given 6 days of custody. Later, it was granted 4 days of custody to the Enforcement Directorate. Since March 21st, when Arvind Kejriwal was kept under arrest at the Enforcement Directorate headquarters, and now after 10 days of the ED custody, it is Enforcement Directorate who is asking for a judicial custody. If sent, remember, then Delhi Chief Minister will be in the same prison where his colleagues are placed under arrest, as far as Sanjay Singh, Manish Sisodiya and Satinder Jain are concerned.
Right. I want to understand from you, Aishwarya, it's been 10 days now that the Enforcement Directorate has had custody of Arvind Kejriwal. What really is going on as far as the investigation are concerned? Because all that we know that the Enforcement Directorate has said in court right now is that he's not cooperating. It is on those grounds that they've demanded further judicial custody of Arvind Kejriwal, which means, like you explained, he's going to be put in Tihar jail along with his other colleagues. What has been the rejoinder as far as Arvind Kejriwal is concerned? Has he filed a reply in court? Is he expected to file a reply soon?
Remember, when Arvind Kejriwal just entered the court, he stated that it is Prime Minister of this country who is doing all the wrongdoing. And it's being alleged time and again by the Aam Aadmi Party that complete bogus case has been filed against Arvind Kejriwal. There has been no seizures that have been made by Enforcement Directorate. But on part of ED, it has been stated time and again that Arvind Kejriwal is non-cooperative. When asked about different questions, he is not answering those. He always used to say that he will first talk to his lawyers and then he will respond. The confrontation that Enforcement Directorate wanted to do with the other accused who had been arrested, since in the case that also is due with many of them. Yes, the statements had been recorded of the approvers, and the approver statement was confronted. That is what in the remand copy as well of the Enforcement Directorate last time when they were seeking for 7 days of judicial for Enforcement Directorate custody. But certainly in this case, as of now, it is the Enforcement Directorate who had been saying that they need to confront. As of now, Kejriwal is not providing the password for those devices that they have earlier from residents, and therefore, even for further investigation, they need judicial custody of Kejriwal now.
Right. So he's been in custody, of course, for the last 10 days, as we've been saying. And if the Enforcement Directorate gets judicial custody on grounds of non-cooperation, then he will be sent in Tihar jail. When is the next hearing likely to take place? Do we have any more clarity on that, or will that all depend on what the court decides in terms of duration of judicial custody now, Aishwarya?
Well, sir, that will be decided by the court in some time from now. Currently, the arguments are underway, and when the order will come out, it will mean that whether enforcement whether the court sends Arvind Kejriwal to judicial custody, for how many days he would be given for Enforcement Directorate of Arvind Kejriwal, and what would be the ground. Currently, it is the nature of Arvind Kejriwal, which is under the radar as far as Enforcement Directorate is concerned. He is non-cooperative, and for the to follow up the investigation, it's the Enforcement Directorate.
Right. In fact, Aishwarya, what we're learning now is that the Delhi Chief Minister has been sent into judicial custody till the 15th of April. This is the latest breaking news that is coming in.
Well, that's the update which is coming in from the court. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal remanded to judicial custody till April 15th in the liquor policy case. So ED custody now gets over. Now it's the judicial custody. That certainly means Arvind Kejriwal, Delhi Chief Minister, will be sent to Tihar jail till April 15th. He had to spend now another few nights in the jail. It was Arvind Kejriwal who had been saying that as long as you wanted to keep me in the custody, you can keep, but the cases are completely bogus. They have been claiming that Enforcement Directorate just wanted to finish Aam Aadmi Party, but now it is the Sessions Court who had made their decision. In fact, the order has come out that Arvind Kejriwal, sitting Delhi Chief Minister, will be going to Tihar jail, judicial custody till April 15th, and he would be running government from the jail itself. That has been one point that has also been cleared by the Aam Aadmi Party, that whatever happens, whether he is being sent to judicial custody, he will remain the Chief Minister, and now Arvind Kejriwal will be sent to judicial custody till April 15th.
All right, so Arvind Kejriwal will be sent to judicial custody till the 15th of April. This is the big breaking story that we are tracking at this hour. Rouse Avenue Court has in fact given the Enforcement Directorate 15 more days custody of the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. He will remain behind bars at the Tihar jail now. Aishwarya?
Certainly, this would be a Tihar jail. Arvind Kejriwal will have to spend another 15 days in Tihar jail along with the other colleagues who have been already under arrest. Kejriwal, after being produced at the enforcement at the Rouse Avenue Court, now the judicial custody has been sought by Enforcement Directorate. Earlier, it has been granted. Remember, it was today as well. Sunita Kejriwal, Arvind Kejriwal's wife, Atishi, Saurabh Bharadwaj, Gopal Rai, all reached to the court to see Arvind Kejriwal, but Enforcement Directorate stated that Arvind Kejriwal's conduct has been totally non-cooperative, and he has tried to mislead the interrogation as well. During the hearing, it was also stated by the Enforcement Directorate that he said Vijay Nair does not report to me but to Atishi. He named that in Atishi's name in the court as well. The court later asked that what are these arguments relevant to the application for judicial custody, to which Enforcement Directorate stated that Kejriwal was not sharing the passwords for his phone, and they reserve right to seek his ED custody at a later stage for more relevant data to be pulled out from his phone. It was also stated by Arvind Kejriwal's lawyer
Yes.
to move the application that the books should be allowed in the judicial custody. Bhagavad Gita, Ramayan, and Prime Minister, decided by journalist Neerja Chaudhary's book, should be allowed for Arvind Kejriwal to read in Tihar jail.
So the inside details there. Yes.